Hello there, my beautiful friends and chosen ones. How are you? Welcome back to Sacred Knowledge Tarot. I am so happy and thankful and excited to have each and every one of you here with me today. So thank you, everyone. And those of you that are brand new to my channel, hello and welcome, my friends. My name is Ria and I do these readings every week. Now, if you're finding yourself in this collective space today, you were actually chosen to be here. You also chose this reading today, so we have a synchronicity that is taking place. Now, I'm super excited about bringing a message to all of us today. I actually woke up with a dream to fire, the fire element. Now, the only thing that I felt or heard in the dream was only the crackling sounds and a little bit of warmth of the fire. I didn't hear anything else and I didn't feel anything else. Now, before I actually had this dream the night before, last night, I actually asked Spirit to bring a message for all of us. And that is what they showed me. That is what I remembered was just the fire. So I pulled some oracle cards in my meditation this morning, and I'm super excited to bring you these messages as well. And I've written down a bunch of things here that came through my morning meditation as well. So before I share these with you, I just wanted to let you know exactly what it is that I'm doing for you today. So I'm going to open up with the 3 oracle cards that I pulled this morning. And then I'm going to pull one animal spirit card for all of us just to see what it is that, what kind of animal spirit energy is available to us and we can embody, or perhaps that we're seeing around us. I'm also going to pull 3 cards out of my tarot deck to see what message Spirit has for us, followed by a bonus card from the Light Workers Oracle deck. I'm then going to pull a healing message for everyone as well, and then a blocked energy card to see what it is that might be blocking us and how we can release that energy. I'm then going to pull 3 personal messages for everyone. So this is where I ask you to pause the video, take a deep breath, connect to Spirit, and then come back to receive these messages. We're going to close off with an angel number as well. So those of you that are watching today, if you've been seeing signs through animals or insects, any kind of repeating numbers or angel numbers, this is all going to give you your confirmation and guidance today. So make sure you stay tuned for all of this. All right, everyone, let's first call in Spirit and let me share with you what cards, what messages came through my meditation this morning. So let's put these in order the way that they came through. So the first card I received was the web. So what I felt with the energy of the web here is an entanglement, feeling like you're caught in a web. And because of the second card that I received, it's so interesting because it has to do with the reality that we're living in, that feeling of, I feel like being trapped almost in the matrix or in some sort of a system that perhaps we're aware of or not aware of, right? So it's really interesting. And there's a lot of dark and white in this card, right? So we have a lot of light that is shining through you. I do feel you were chosen to get out of whatever this web is. So the keywords here are destiny, connections, and habits. So definitely destiny is tied to whatever is going on in your life, but we also have connections here and habits. So there's almost this light or flashlight that is being shined on you, or parts or areas of your life where you need to release some connections to some habits or patterns that you have. And whatever these are not a part of your destiny. So I do feel that Spirit is sending some of you signs, like perhaps you're seeing the numbers 2222, like we got the number 22 on this card, a master number. Perhaps you have a master number somewhere in your birth date or your full name, right, in numerology. So you'll have to look that up for yourself. But I do feel some of you are very aware that you might be a master number 22. Or perhaps you're just seeing the numbers 22 around you. So some of you might be seeing spiders or webs, and that came through some of my messages as well. So the next card I received was the machine. This is why I feel that you're meant to escape the matrix. Chosen ones, you are meant to escape the matrix. So the machine came through. This has the master number 11 on it. Now, some of you might be born on the 22nd of the month or the 11th of the month. I am born on the 11th of the month, in the month that I was born, right? So this is detached, numb, and focused. Some of you might be feeling the energies of these keywords. Perhaps some of you are feeling detached from something, maybe life in general. Perhaps you're feeling numb at this time because of the experiences that you're going through, and focused energy is coming through. So what's happening here is we can either focus on the things that are going wrong in our lives and give that energy, or we can focus on the things that are actually going right and where we're headed, where we're wanting to go, and put our energy in that direction, right? So Spirit is giving you a choice here. We're always given a choice, right? So Spirit is wanting you to choose wisely here and really have an aim or a target. Okay, have some sort of a goal, some sort of a dream, a desire, because you're activating something here. And then I pulled the regret card, and right away the fire energy just came through this. It connected. Like when I pulled this card and I thought of my dream, I said, you know what, these two are connected. So I feel, of course, the fire element, the number 45 was coming through as well. So some of you might be 45 years old as you're watching this reading, or perhaps you're seeing the number 45 around you. Okay, again, the number 22, 11, or 45 are confirmations that there's definitely something in this reading for you today. So the fire element, we've got disappointment, hurt, expectations. I feel these are now burning. They're meant to actually fall away from your life. So some of you might be going through this internal spiritual journey, this internal cleansing energy, this fire that is kind of burning and putting things to rest within you that are tied to disappointments, hurts, expectations that were never met, right? You're becoming a new version of yourself. This is all burning away, and I'm hearing the sound of that fire again, the crackling sound of a fire. And it's tied to this card. So I'm seeing some of you in that process of kind of burning away, letting and releasing go of some of the things that you've been holding on to at this time, so you can open yourself up to this machine that we are all in, which is called the matrix, whatever you want to call it, and understand, okay, there is something that is here with this matrix that we are in, but we are someone that was brought into this matrix for a reason. So you're meant to actually see through it. You're a part of it, is what Spirit is saying. And I feel that you're starting to realize the web that you're entangled in with this matrix. It's so powerful, and I hope I'm explaining it to you in a way that you're understanding this. I'm just really excited. I've got a lot of intuitive downloads right now as well. And the ones that I received through my meditation this morning, I'm going to actually read you these. I've got animals. So I specifically asked for animals. I asked for names and initials, a bunch of different things. And there was extra stuff that came in here as well. Now, the interesting thing was I got a Celtic knot. So they're showing me a Celtic knot, an infinity symbol, and also seeing faces in things, like maybe you're seeing faces in clouds, you're seeing faces in patterns. This is your intuition, by the way, that is heightening right now. So some of you are seeing different kinds of symbols or patterns around you that are representing something for you personally or symbolically. Like there's some sort of meaning behind what it is that you're seeing. Now, we got initials. I'm just going to go ahead and share with you the initials I received. So JW, NB, PG, CD, EH, RV, MK, and then LT. Okay, and then some of the names I got were Mia, Aiden, Noah, Olivia, Ethan, Raj, Mila, Sophia, and Jose. Okay, these were the names that were popping through. Now, I feel some of you that are watching today are drawn to someone. It might be someone that has this name. Now, sometimes they give me names as a confirmation for those of you that are watching, but I feel some of you are, now you might not be drawn to someone with this name or initial, but you're drawn to somebody. There's an energy of someone around you that you feel drawn to here. I don't know what that's about. There's a reason for that. So you'll have to share with me if you're feeling this energy and why is it that you think you're drawn to this person. I was seeing spiders and webs, of course, with that first card coming through. I also saw strings and things that were kind of entangled with each other. And there was wires. That's what it was. It was the wires that I was seeing that looked like strings. And there was some wires that were crossing, some wires that were entangled with one another. There were different colors, right? So you can see, and you can actually untangle yourself from them, because you know exactly what wire goes, you know where that wire is, because they're all different. So I feel there's this understanding of knowing where those wires are crossed or entangled, or just your energy in general. And the other thing I was getting here for animals were spiders, but wolf, snake. I don't know if you were seeing a moth, a daddy long leg, and also mosquitoes coming up. So these are some of the animals and insects. Now, some of you, the entire time that I was in meditation, I was hearing a song playing, and it was on repeat. Okay, so I feel there's music in the background. Perhaps there is a song or words, lyrics, that you listen to that resonate. Maybe there's messages or meaning behind it. And I feel that the other thing that was coming up, so repetitive song or something in the lyrics. But what I felt there was more so an emotion or a feeling that comes up with that song. I feel it could be tied to a person that you're drawn to, or it could be tied to an experience that you had with somebody in your life. So music that maybe you haven't heard for a long time, and perhaps you heard it recently, and all of a sudden you are flooded with this information or this feeling or experience of that person. Okay, so I'm getting these kind of energies coming through, and it just kept playing the whole time. I couldn't make the words out, but I did feel it was almost like a romantic song, but it could have been just a feel-good song. There's almost like a slight tinge of sadness to it, but it was upbeat. So there was almost comfort to it. And perhaps it's a song that you listen to often, those of you that are watching. And the other thing that I was picking up also here that I had written down, good thing I wrote these things down because sometimes I forget, subliminal messages through something. So something is influencing or manipulating in you in some way, either through music or something that you're watching. I'm getting some sort of like messages in the background that some of you might be listening to. And I don't know if it's having a good effect on you or a bad effect. This is something that you're going to have to recognize within yourself. But I feel there's some sort of an impact something is having on you, good or bad, through some messaging that is coming in through the background of something. Okay, so these are all the things that were coming through. And the other thing that I was picking up here as well was tingling in the hands and feet. Tingling in the hands and feet, but also like ringing in the ears. It's like little things around your body, like little tinglings. That's why I'm thinking, your ears, maybe flashing in your eyes. It's really interesting. Or a scratchy throat. It's like this kind of energy kind of going around your body. Might feel like a spider walking on you or a bug walking on you. So I'm just connecting that now. So a lot of intense things that are happening, and a lot of light things that are happening as well. I'm experiencing a lot of miracles right now in my life, experiencing miracles in my dreams. And I feel these are messages coming through for all of you, that there are little bits and pieces of miracles happening in your life. Okay, so Spirit is wanting you to be in that energy of abundance, to be in that mindset of abundance, growth, positivity, and love. Right? Those of us that are in that energy already, we can see that energy around us. We can see the universe matching that level of energy. So those of you that are seeing like numbers, animals, you're seeing all the signs around you. This is your confirmation that you are in fact connected. Those of you that aren't seeing it, it's all about working towards building that energy in your life where you are feeling connected, because you're starting to see the synchronicities and the things that actually open you up to experiences, to understanding, to knowing, right? So I feel this is what's coming through for a lot of you. And the other thing that I was picking up in my meditation was somebody that is an entrepreneur, someone that is trying to perhaps break free from the matrix and do something on your own, build your wealth on your own, build your life on your own, without relying on someone else to build it for you. So this is something that some of you have been trying to do or doing in your life, and perhaps you're seeing a lot of success or you're struggling, right? We have polarity here coming through as well. So two sides to two different stories here. And I'm getting that some of you may be, and it's not that I wrote it down here, but I'm picking it up through this energy of this little sheet that I wrote down is some of you are consumed by needs of others. It almost feels like that may be the web. You're consumed by the needs of others. And maybe there's this need for approval by others for you, or I just don't know. It has to do with the needs of others, the way that they view you, maybe judgments, criticisms, and things like that. Perhaps you're somebody that needs to be liked or needs to receive validation from somebody else. And that might be the web that you're entangled in, right? So it's interesting. The web is always sticky, right? And it's hard to pull yourself out. And it feels like there's this scary predator, which it is, but you're in the environment of that spider, of that web. So you're in its territory. And it's so interesting how that was showing up in my mind here, everyone. And you can feel free to share your own insights or your own intuition with what I'm saying here with you today in the comment section below. So what I'm getting here today for animal spirit is a Tasmanian devil. Have any of you seen a Tasmanian devil in your life? This is coming as a confirmation for you. If you haven't seen one, you're seeing one now on your screen. The message with this card is be unapologetic in your authenticity. It will filter out the people who don't want to see you win. So once again, be unapologetic in your authenticity, everyone. It will filter out the people who don't want to see you win. Okay, really important that you stay true to yourself. Don't worry about what other people want, what other people say. That's their own business. Let's not give into other people's business and stay in our own business. This is staying in our own path. It's kind of like Spirit is saying, stay in your lane here. Don't compare yourself. You're not here to compare. You're here to walk down your own path, right? So be unapologetic in yourself. They're wanting you to be just you. Okay, as you're moving forward, as you are walking down this path, you are aligned to your purpose, to your higher self is what Spirit is saying here. There's a lot of cards. I just feel that we've got the messages here. We've got the Tasmanian devil and we've got these three oracle cards. So let's go ahead and pull 3 tarot cards and see what else is coming through. I feel maybe someone out there is overwhelmed. Perhaps you're feeling that this is just too much. There's just too many things that are going on. You can't even make sense of what's happening here. And when you're feeling like that, try to create some calm and peace within yourself. If you're ever feeling overwhelmed with emotions or just things happening, sure, you probably are going through a lot of overwhelming things. But the best way to deal with them is by calming the energy within yourself. And that way you're going to gain clarity on how you're going to approach whatever it is that you're going through. Okay, those of you that are watching. And it feels like a storm, like the Tasmanian devil. Anytime I think about the little Tasmanian devil, it reminds me of my grandson. He comes over, and when he does come over, it's like a tornado went through the house. It's like a little Tasmanian that whirls around. And I think of this because of the cartoons that I used to watch when I was younger, right? So let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards and see what else is coming through for you. So Tasmanian devil, we have the 4 of Swords. So this is a card that came out your last reading, those of you that watched. So some of us are still in this process of letting go of things, releasing energies that no longer serve us. These are probably words, things that you have experienced in your life. Once again, you're still dealing with these. Maybe there's new ones that have come up, but again, Spirit is reminding you it is very important to release and let go of whatever these things are, this weight that you're carrying around. Some of you have done a really good job doing this. Perhaps you're already in the process of releasing things. You're working on this, and you're really starting to see that these actually didn't need to have meaning, or you didn't have to give them energy. Right? So we've got this beautiful open energy that is now coming in by releasing this. And I feel some of you have had support. You may have had someone that has been supporting you along your journey here. I've got a healing journey coming in here as well. So it's interesting when I get the same card a second time for everyone. We've got the Chariot card. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to get in the driver's seat of your own life and direct yourself wherever it is that you're wanting to go. Now is the time. Spirit is saying It's your time now. You were chosen to actually move in the direction that you want. This is your life. This is not anyone else's life but yours. Some of you are meant to escape something. Some of you are meant to leave something behind. And maybe you're meant to move on with somebody, right? We've got two birds here, and you're the one that's kind of steering these two birds. There is this unison, there's a connection happening, and I'm getting a move. Some of you might be moving or thinking about moving, or freeing yourself from all these unnecessary thoughts and things that people sometimes put pressure on you. Perhaps it's pressure that you put on yourself because of trying to please someone or carry someone else's baggage. It's so interesting how these cards are coming in for you, but ultimately, you're leading your own life. And you have a choice or a decision to make right now. What kind of life do you want, those of you that are watching? What kind of life do you want to experience? Because this is where Spirit is leading you towards, the life that you desire. You have to will it into existence, right? So I feel that fire is that will, that desire that is igniting. And we're getting the regrets, all these things that once happened are burning away from your life. You have to allow them to burn away in your life. Okay, so the Chariot card here as well. And we have the Five of Swords. So perhaps you're feeling like you're caught in a hard place. Maybe you're feeling trapped in a situation. Perhaps you feel like someone else is controlling your life. Perhaps it's you that's keeping yourself safe and protected, but you're actually not. There's many ways that this card can show up in our lives. So the Five of Swords, there is this need for change. You understand it. Some of you might feel like you have kept yourself safe and secluded from some sort of external threat by someone or something. It's really interesting because I'm seeing somebody now. What I'm getting here is someone who's broken free from the matrix. This could be somebody that is living off grid, living in a home where you have kind of pulled yourself away from the norm and you're living this version of reality that you have created for yourself. Perhaps it feels really tough to live this way, but I feel some of you are actually living a beautiful life because it's a butterfly that's in this jar. So again, many ways that this card can show up in our lives. Now, I do want you to use your own intuition with my reading. So whenever you see my cards popping up on screen, I want you to try and interpret them using your own intuition. Now, this will strengthen your intuition, but you will also receive your own messages. So the Five of Swords lets me know that there's definitely some change, a transformation happening in your life. This could be an internal transformation, something within yourself, because perhaps you are keeping yourself in a safe place where you're not able to really develop and grow into the version that you want to be due to some sort of a fear. And remember that fears are illusions, and you have the power to release yourself from whatever this is. And maybe you're meant to kind of twirl around and untwist that lid and pop out, right? That's the Tasmanian devil energy. And look at the beautiful flowers around this Tasmanian devil. So I do feel there's the beauty surrounding some of you. I feel there's beauty surrounding all of us, actually. It's not just some of us, it's all of us. And the number 222 keeps popping up here, everyone. So some of you might be wrapped around feminine forces. This is so interesting. It's like a very feminine energy that's coming in. So Spirit is asking you to be open, receptive, to allow your intuition to strengthen and heighten here. Okay, so this is so interesting. And I don't know, any of you doing any kind of digital work, working on computer software programs, AI perhaps, developing some sort of a software. Maybe you're in tech or IT. Perhaps you work with computers, virtual assistants that are coming in as well. Perhaps doing a home business. There's a lot, like we got the colors white, black, and red coming with all three of these opening cards. So pay attention to these colors. Perhaps you're working with a palette that has these colors. Perhaps you're someone that only wears these colors, right? So that's coming in as a confirmation. And you are safe and you are protected. I say this all the time, but it's true. It's because it's true, is what Spirit is saying. It's because it's true. They're kind of there's something happening in your life right now that is making you become aware. So it's an awakening that is happening here. You're incrementally going through an awakening. And some of you, I'm getting that this is your third or fourth spiritual awakening. Some of you are going through this third or fourth spiritual awakening. Okay, so let's get into these cards here. Some of you have decided recently that you want to put away all the things that once were and move away from it all. It's kind of like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm putting this to bed and I'm moving on. This could be some of you quitting some sort of a bad habit, cold turkey, right? I just had a few friends. I even had my sister who quit cold turkey, smoking cigarettes. This was a while ago and they've done really well with it. I have another friend that recently just quit smoking and they said, you know what, I just have to do a cold turkey, otherwise I'm not going to quit. So I feel some of you are releasing energies that are not benefiting you anymore, and perhaps you're doing it cold turkey. The other thing that I felt here was, and I'm getting the letters JJ coming in now, popping in. I don't know why JJ is coming in. That's definitely coming in now. The Four of Swords. This is one of those, it's kind of like you're letting your guards down as well. It's so interesting because some of you have paused in your life. You have released energies, but you're moving through this energy of a pause. There's solitude here. It's quiet. I feel that you're in this pause because you are looking at your past and then you're about to move forward. Someone that's in deep meditative state, someone that has been doing a lot of introspection, so working on yourself, understanding yourself a little bit better. And there's a lot of quiet here. I'm hearing a lot of birds chirping, so perhaps you're near a window as you're watching this reading today. Perhaps in the morning you hear a lot of birds outside, right? Birds bring this beautiful energy of happiness into our lives. Believe it or not, when you actually hear the sound of birds, it does raise you in frequency and vibration just from hearing the sounds of nature. Some of you might be out in nature or spending some more time in nature, going out to a cabin, to a lake, just getting that quiet, peaceful, reflective energy that you can kind of sit and bask in to kind of clear your head. And I feel some of you are looking for peace. I feel peace is coming up through this card. You're looking for peace in your life. You're done with the noise. And this is a part of your spiritual journey here, because as you're moving through this energy of peace here, as things are kind of burning away. So what I'm feeling here with this fire is it's at a distance. And not everyone can hear the fire burning, the sound of the flames, or seeing the destruction in the wake of this fire. It's something that is internal, and perhaps you're not even feeling it yourself here, but there's something there. It feels like a forest fire, something that naturally needs to happen, and it's clearing the path for something else to grow. So that's what I'm picking up through the Four of Swords for you today. It's so interesting. We got two birds here. Perhaps some of you have some loyal friends or someone that is by your side that has been helping you move through this energy. Some of you have gone through a lot of pain in your life because of your upbringing, something to do with your parents, maybe to do with somebody else. And maybe you've had a hard time releasing those energies and moving on in your life, but I feel the moment and the time is now. And some of you are naturally going through this experience. Others, you are trying to figure this out and release some of these energies so you can move on with your life. Spirit is there guiding you all the way here, everyone that are watching today. I just feel there's almost like something holding you back. This is what I feel like right now, and I normally don't feel like this. So I feel I'm picking up on someone's energy that might be holding back because of a reason that you have in your mind, which I feel is, it might not feel like an illusion to you, but it is an illusion. And I feel you're going to see the bigger picture around this very soon. Everything that you're experiencing right now is opening you up to the energy of the Four of Swords. Okay, so take a look at the image here, everyone, and just see what it is that you're feeling with the card's image pertaining to your own life. Okay, so, and you're moving away from this. Like some of you are actually moving. Perhaps you're just done with the area that you're living in. Perhaps, maybe you've lived there for a very long time. It's changed. It's just not what you're resonating with right now. And I'm seeing you moving. I'm seeing water here. Some of you flying across water. Perhaps you're somebody that enjoys water and you're into water sports, right? There's many ways that water energy can come through. We have two birds here. Some of you might be seeing birds in pairs, right? We've got a bird here, we've got a bird here, and then a butterfly. So birds and butterflies are coming in as signs for some of you as well, that might be showing up randomly for you where you might not see them or you haven't seen them in a long time. So what I'm getting here is something that is happening that needed to happen, that's been sitting in your mind for a long time, but also something that needed to happen for a very long time that is now taking shape. I feel some of you may have been stuck in a position. Maybe this was at work, maybe in a marriage, in a relationship. Maybe this has to do with paperwork, some sort of a connection, a business, even partnerships, right? Where it wasn't working for you or it isn't working for you and you have this need to detach and release yourself from it, to free yourself from this web that you're caught in, right? And there's been a lot of frustrations and things that you had to deal with. And whatever you felt before has kind of burned away and is gone. And there's this other fire burning within you. This is a fire of passion. I feel this is your will that is starting to strengthen, because it's going to take a lot of will for you to actually go on this journey of the Chariot, right? You've received this sign recently as well, is what Spirit is saying here, where it's giving you your confirmation to move ahead on this decision you've been trying to make. And ultimately, this is you taking your power back. This is you getting in the driver's seat of your life and taking charge, right? Maybe this is a realization that has come into your life recently where you're thinking about this and you're like, you know what? It has nothing to do with anything but myself. I have to do all of this. I am the one that is here because of me. Like there's a self-realization thing happening within the energy of the Chariot card for some of you. And I'm seeing you taking some sort of leap of faith, making a risk or doing a risky thing, but it's almost calculated. And I feel that maybe there's fear there, but you're going to do it anyways and see what happens. I do feel that some of you are meant to actually do that, to take that risk. And I'm getting somebody that has a lot of pressure that is built around doing this thing, because it's like, okay, if I do this thing, then I have to deal with all of these problems, all these things that are going to come up. But if I don't do this thing, I'm already dealing with this and it's getting worse. So some of you are caught in the middle. You're not sure what to do. And you know what it is that you have to do. It's this other thing, because this has been too much. It's not in alignment with you, but you have to go through that adjustment period of releasing yourself from something. So I'm getting someone that might be in a partnership. Maybe there's some children involved. Perhaps this is a divorce and you're finally breaking away from someone that has not been good to you. Maybe this could even be an employer and you're finally making that decision and you're doing it, but it's coming with a bunch of consequences, right? Spirit is saying that you are strong, that these consequences, you're going to have to go through them regardless. I do feel for some of you that whatever this situation is, it does need to be dealt with now. Like I feel that if you're not feeling right in a position that you're in, like you're feeling trapped, it's this card. Okay, so I'm like looking at the Four of Swords. I'm like, it's not coming from there, this feeling or need to get out of a situation that you're in. So let's go to this card, because this is what I'm talking about. And it's coming in first. So some of you are feeling trapped in a situation and you're not sure what to do. Maybe you're unhappy. Someone maybe abuses you or doesn't treat you good, right? I feel there's arguments. I'm not seeing a good situation here. Some of you have lived through the situation for a very long time. And again, doesn't necessarily have to be a person. This could be, work related. This could be, you've been in a neighborhood or an environment for a very long time that just isn't good for you. So you want to now break free from this. And I feel you're feeling the urgency or the need to do this because you're meant to do this, right? Your body is giving you that signal. It's telling you, I don't feel good here. We need to go, right? So it's time for you to go. Yes, you're going to have to deal with all of that, right? And Call on your spirit guides to bring you that guidance to deal with this, because I don't feel like there's a linear path here. Everything is going to fall into place the way that it needs to, but you have to trust that the decision that you're making is the right one for you, even though it comes with all of these other things that you have to deal with. I'm the type of person that, you know, I was in a really abusive marriage for 12 years of my life. I was married to an alcoholic, a very violent alcoholic. And when I made that split decision to leave because he was getting really crazy, it came with a lot of stuff, but I was kind of like, you know what, dekhi jaogi, we'll see what happens. And that's been my motto in life, right? I'm like, you know what, I have to do this. Otherwise, it's going to be worse if I stay here, if I leave. And I'm going to deal with everything. And I did have to deal with a lot after I left, but I came through all of that. I came through all of that. And I look back now and I said, you know what, all of that was meant to happen the way it was meant to happen for me to be here today, where I am today. So I feel for some of you, Spirit is giving you strength at this time to break free from whatever jar or ever closed space that you're in. And if this is something that you have done to yourself because of fears, like you're keeping yourself closed off because of the many experiences that you've had, I feel Spirit is here to tell you that it is safe to actually get out there and be free to do the things that you want to do, to experience the life that you desire, to experience all the things that you want to experience, because you have all these things that you want to experience that you're not doing, some of you out there, right? Others, I feel that you've kept yourself safe in a safe space and you're happy there. You're a beautiful butterfly that is blossoming. You don't need much. So I'm getting somebody that has really created simplicity in their life, that has kind of broken free and away from some of the people that can't hurt you. You're in alignment with your true higher self. Sometimes this can be a lonely place, but I feel that you are growing, you are evolving in this place, and everyone is coming into alignment with you that's meant to be in your life. Some of you have really good stories to share of your spiritual journey and how you've come to a place where you're now in alignment with the right kind of people you need to be, right? And I'm seeing someone who's very, very strong. And you know, the other thing that I'm picking up with this Five of Swords is shapeshifter energy always comes in. I love mentioning it because I do feel there are shapeshifters in the world, and they're not like these weird reptilians or funny looking people. It's just you're very flexible and adaptable. That's what I mean by a shapeshifter. Someone that is able to work with the circumstances that they're put in, is able to really work with people, right? So you're really good at kind of molding yourself into a situation. So I'm getting that energy as well. Now, the other thing is, you know, before a butterfly actually becomes a butterfly, it's in a cocoon. It's a worm, and then it's in a cocoon, and then it turns into, like, it's the caterpillar, right? That goes into that cocoon. So what I feel is happening is some of you are in that cocoon phase that might feel ooey gooey or sticky, like you're wrapped in this energy of the web. And maybe it feels like the spider has already come in and wrapped around you and there's no escape. Spirit is here to tell you, yes, there is an escape. This lid, you can actually take it off. And I feel they're showing you the Tasmanian devil because you're meant to twirl around like a Tasmanian devil and find your way out of it. Okay, so they're giving you the strength to do that at this time. And you're going to be free. You're going to be set free here to do what it is that you want in the way that you want, the life that you want to experience. You are now headed towards that, far, far away from that energy that you once used to live in. Okay, this is what I feel like in my own life is years and years ago, I was in this relationship that was, it felt like I was living a nightmare. I was walking on eggshells. It was just so scary. And now I'm living this life where I'm free. I'm with a very loving partner. I'm doing my YouTube channel, right? And everything is so amazing. But I have stories of everything that I've gone through that wasn't this at all, right? So many of us have these kinds of stories. And I feel it's what's happening here is you're being built and molded into that version of yourself that can be free to experience the joy, excitement, the kind of life that you desire. And the signs are all around you, and there's something that you're meant to do here. I do feel that Spirit is nudging you to do something in your life. This is why the will is igniting here. It's like you have to will things into life. You have to will them into your material world, and willing something into reality, into creation, is a lot of energy. It's a lot of energy that you have to put out there. So some of you might be feeling a lot of pressure on you right now, which is making you feel like you're going to break or crack. But I feel that might be necessary in order for you to break free. Okay, so this card claims victory. You, my friends, in your life are going to claim victory. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull a bonus card from the Light Worker Oracle and read you the interpretation from the guidebook. I feel like I can go on for hours with all the cards that we have pulled today, but we don't have time for that. So I'm getting hold your center. Spirit is asking you to hold your center. And take a look at this image of this card, everyone. Some of you might be resonating just with this image itself. We have the number 34 on this card, so this could be a number that some of you are seeing in your life right now. This is coming in as a confirmation. And let's go ahead and pull the interpretation here. Number 34. So we are getting for you all, stillness is the tonic your soul needs right now. Have you been rushing out to meet others, trying to bend or accommodate their needs or desires at the expense of your own well-being and inner peace? Or perhaps you have been faithful to your purpose, but have been overworking, trying to accomplish too much too soon. You need to return to your center to strengthen your energy and your own boundaries. Firmly plant your feet and do not move. Feel your feet anchoring you like a beautiful tree so you are steady and supported. From that place of peaceful strength, your light is able to radiate generously to the world. Be determined, but be still. Take this moment to reorient yourself. Let yourself experience quiet certainty as you hold yourself steady with presence. All right, so hold your center as you are going through all the things that you're going through, everyone. So this also feels like a tornado, like something that is coming from the sky down to the ground. It doesn't look as fierce as a tornado. It almost feels that there's a connection happening from above here, divine power, higher power that is available to you at this time. And there's light coming down on you, showing you the way here, and planetary alignments. All the energies are available for you to work with as well. So let's go ahead and pull a healing message for you. See what it is that Spirit wants to share with you as far as healing. Take time and space to heal. Take time and space to heal. That's also the Four of Swords, right? So some of you might be seeing a little baby deer in your life. This is coming in as a confirmation. The number 35 is on this card, so perhaps some of you are seeing the number 35. The message here is honor your sacred space. Give yourself the time you need to release the old so you won't carry it into the future. Now, this comes with an affirmation, which is, I heal in my sanctuary of peace. I heal in my sanctuary of peace. All right, let's go ahead and pull one blocked energy card for you as well and see what it is that Spirit wants to share. What is it that might be blocking us or you, and how can you release it? So conflicting desires. Are you dealing with conflicting desires? Maybe that's the web you're caught in. Have several completely contradictory desires that cancel each other out. So identify the conflict. This is how you can unblock yourself. Only after you have found the reasons for all your conflicting currents and understand, sorry, I'm going to read this one more time. So you can unblock this by identifying the conflict. Only after you have found the reasons for all your conflicting currents and understood the root of this confusion, you will be able to have one clear desire going steadfastly in one direction. So once again, only after you have found the reasons for all your conflicting currents and understanding the root of this situation will you be able to have one clear desire going steadfastly in one direction. All right, so conflicting desires here, everyone. If you're experiencing this, this is your answer. So let's go ahead and pull 3 personal messages for you. So this is where I ask you to pause the video, take a deep breath, connect to spirit, and then come back to receive these messages. So we are getting for you all, your first message is true love will find you in the end. True love will find you in the end. And your second card is you will have financial security in life. You will have financial security in life. So if you have any kind of doubts, any kind of strings you've attached to this idea that you won't have this, I want you to release all of that. You are going to have financial security in your life. Your third message is you're on a journey of discovering your life's purpose. You are on a journey of discovering your life purpose. This is what's happening right now. So Spirit wants you to embrace everything that you're going through. Have trust and faith in Spirit and yourself that you're going to go get through whatever it is that you're going through. So let's go ahead now and pull an angel number. Some of you are seeing angel numbers, repeating numbers in your life. This is going to give you your confirmation and guidance. So we are getting for you, everyone, lucky break. You're going to experience a lucky break in your life. We talked about that pressure and something cracking and breaking. That's probably going to be your lucky break. So 1313, if you're seeing these numbers in this sequence, this is your confirmation today of this message. You're making intuitive choices. Spirit is wanting you to start making intuitive choices, everyone. Listen to your gut instincts. Go inward for those answers. You're on a fruitful search here. There's a lot of good fortune that is coming in that is already around you. And you're going to start getting what you want. You're going to start getting what you want, those of you that are watching. So this is your message. This is your reading. I hope it resonates for you. If it does, please comment below, hit that like button. And if you're brand new to my channel and you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I wanted to wish you all a beautiful day and thank you so much for watching.